What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Cracker Crumbs update. Check that out. Feel like I have a brand new hand. All better. It's a little, still a little burnt. You really can't see it too well, but I was peeling it off yesterday. But you know, it's back to normal. That's the good day. But rest of my day and week has been kind of shit. A lot of crappy things have happened. What can I tell you? It's just the way I guess life is, and I'm starting to get used to it, which is sad. That things I seem to try to do just don't pan out, and my fiance and I are having a run of bad luck, I guess would be the term. What can you do? You gotta ride it out till the good luck comes around, but as of late, the good luck hasn't been coming around. But wait and see. Some days, like today, I just want to run through the streets with my Thor hammer and yell for Asgard. See if they take me away or not. But besides that, of course, I have yet to get my Midtown Comics. I was actually getting kind of pissed because it's been quite a long time since I ordered from them. About almost 3 weeks ago, and it's a little insane that I live in New York. I'm about an hour drive from the city, and yet it takes forever to get a thing of comics. So I checked. They finally sent me a tracking thing because I went to their live chat thing, and I was asking the person, Greg, was my live chat person, what the hell's going on. Normally my stuff's here in a day or two, and it's been almost 3 weeks, and he goes and tells me, he looks it up, and he said at first they lost the order. They didn't do it right, so they had to redo the order. Then the stuff that I had ordered, apparently somebody had ordered after me, but they gave it to that person rather than me because they didn't know that I had ordered it. So that's fun. So they had to redo the whole thing, and then they mailed it, which is kind of weird because they still charged me full price for even the missing comics. Then they had mailed it, apparently mailed it to the wrong address. That person sent it back, thank God. Then they sent it out again to another address, and I don't know how the hell they keep sending it to the wrong address. I've been, same address for years, and I've been ordering stuff from them for years, and this is the first time they've ever had a major mess up. Then they finally, they sent me an email. All this stuff came in today. It was kind of funny. They sent me an email stating that I'm no longer allowed to buy from their company because I never returned any of their emails, which I never got until I got one today. That was about it. Stating that they're tired of sending it to the wrong address and I have to stop playing my games. And I'm like, what the hell are you? I sent the email thing back, and that's why I went on the live thing as well. I was like, what are you talking about? I've never got any of your emails. I was like, I gave you the right address, and I had to type in the address again, and they're like, oh, we don't have that address. We have, this address. I'm like, why do you have that address? It's not even my address. Whole big thing. So then they finally claim that they're going to refund. Originally, they were saying they're going to refund my money on all the stuff that I ordered, all the new stuff, which sucks because now the new stuff is, I went to look at a comic book store today, and they're not around from 2 weeks ago. They're gone. So I was like, this is really ridiculous. And then they claimed, do you want the the money back, or we can try to hunt down the comics. I was like, well, I would like the comics. I was like, more than the money back. And my fiance was getting pissed because she's like, what the hell's going on? Because her credit card now is getting messed up from them because they're charging, refunding, like going back and forth, and the credit card company wants to know what the hell's going on. So it's been one hell of a pain in the ass with that. But now, according to them, my other shipment that I had, because I ordered 2 shipments from them, my other shipment should be here tomorrow, which I ordered a while ago too. So, oh my God. But anyway, this update basically is going to be a lot of stuff that I found out, which is quite interesting, and I'm going to show you a lot of books too. But let's get into some fun things. First, I want to thank my new subscribers. I said I've been trying to give you a shout out, but I've been forgetting to look. But Huginus, I think is the name. T-Bag Corporation, Almighty Sports Show, Pro, and Thuggy1. I thank you all for subscribing. Really appreciate it. And I'm going to move on to some, well, not really a new thing. Well, yeah, I guess it would be a new thing. I wrote a lot of stuff down. But actually, before we get into it, I'm going to talk about some other stuff that I found interesting um, about why I can't get stuff pulled from my comic book stores. I found it a lot today. New hand, new vengeance, I guess. I have a new attitude towards life because, like I said, a lot of things happen today, and there's a breaking point for everyone, and I basically hit mine. Um, One of the reasons why I can't get stuff from a mock time, where I usually go, they're nice people there. I can't say they're not nice people. But it's funny because when I used to have a pull list from them, like a pull box, like a year ago when the number ones came out for the 52. And then I kind of stopped with comics because I just didn't have the money. I've been out of work for, oh my God, I've been out of work for almost a little over a year. And I don't collect unemployment because that's another whole story altogether. I've been selling stuff of my own, you know. I sell a figure here, I sell a statue there, and that's pretty much what comes into the comic money. Or I'll buy an extra comic of something and I'll sell that. And yeah, my fiance's been chipping in too from time to time to fuel my addiction. But anyway, the pull box I originally had, like they asked me if I, this was like about 6 months ago, which I totally forgot about, like the number ones and stuff like that coming around. They're like, oh, do you still want a pull box? I'm like, no. I was like, I'm good. I'll just, you know, come in more often and pick stuff up. Because I love going to the comic stores. I love, you know, walking around, but I haven't been able to do it lately because that's a long story too. But anyway, and so they got rid of my pull box, which is fine because they didn't charge for it. You know, they just like, we're going to give it away. And I had asked one of the guys there that I talked to, I was like, you know what, why can't you know, get any pulls on things? I was like, because everyone else seems to be getting pulls. I was like, you guys like blackball me for some reason. Like, what did I do? And what the hell was it? The guy Larry, nicest guy in the world. He was saying, he's like, well, he goes, the problem is, he goes, we don't have the room, or something about not having the room for any more pull boxes. On top of that, the store doesn't want to do pulls anymore. They don't want to add any more people to pull this. And the owner comes out and was talking to me. I think he was the owner. He acted like it. He was saying, he's like, you know, we're a toy store. He's like, we're not really a comic book store. And he goes, and we do these things, you know, for out of the goodness of our own heart. And he goes, and we're getting tired of, you know, pulling stuff for people and they don't show up and they don't get their books, which is understandable, you know, because at Bailey's the same thing was going on. So I was like, all right, fine. I was like, that's fun. And when I went to Bailey's, like I said, I did a lot today. I was talking to my friend Trung, who's the manager. I was like, you know, what's going on? I was like, why can't I get a pull thing here? And he's like, well, from what I understand, the owner now has a boss. So apparently, I don't know when this happened, but, you know, it's a whole big thing I'm not going to get into, which I was talking to him for like hours. I'm like, all right, what's going on? And they were saying that their pulls you have to pay for. You have to buy the box, which I remember they used to have that when I was there, when I was working there and stuff like that. It was, you know, $5, but, you know, no big deal. But now it's like every month you have to pay a certain fee, and I'm like, oh man, that ain't worth it. And I was like, you know, normally he would hook me up, but then he would get in deep trouble if he did. So it's quite alright. And as for Midtown, this is another funny thing, and also my friend was telling me something about the comic store he goes to, and a mock time kind of does it too. But I'll get into it. As for Midtown, one of the reasons why I'm not able to get a lot of stuff, like I'm looking at it, like, you know, stuff that comes out like next week is already gone. I'm like, all right, what the hell? You know, I can't be that slow. I was like, you know, I go on the day it, you know, promotes. Midtown and a lot of comic stores now have advanced orders. If they have a website, they have an advanced order thing where you can, you know, get stuff from like 6 months from now. And I was looking at it. I was going through like it was a checklist for like the stuff to do with Batman, like the tie-in for the Death in the Family. They're so far, like advanced orders on some of them, like Batgirl is already sold out. There's like friggin' Batman and Robin that comes out in like a month is already sold out. I'm like, oh my god. So I'm gonna have to try to get on that, or try to go crazy like I'm doing with Catwoman. But one other thing I found interesting, and the guy Trung at Bailey's was telling me, which is true, is a lot of times now too, whenever a store thinks that the comic's going to be hot, they used to do this a lot back in the day, but they kind of stopped because people were getting pissed. Like for Superman, here's a good example. When Superman died and they made the black issue, you know, the polybag thing, They were limiting people. You're only allowed to get one or two. In certain comic stores, you're allowed to get two per person, which is fine because they had limited stock. But what the comic stores were doing, they were also pulling like a certain amount, like say 10 or 11 of them. This is before the internet, so 10 or 11 copies of it or something like that, and they'd put it to the side. And then when it really got, crazed, they wouldn't put any out on the shelf. They'd put it behind the counter and sell them for, $500-600 or whatever. It's like, oh, here you go. Which is basically apparently what's happening now. Their comic book stores are pulling a certain amount of comics aside, and they're turning around and selling them on eBay for triple the price, quadruple the price, or they'll put some aside and hold it for if the comic gets hot, like Catwoman was, they'll turn around and sell it behind the counter for triple the price. Which a mock time is they claimed they didn't have any in stock. When I went to today, they had Catwoman number 13 in the back of the register for like $50. I'm like, but anyway, I'm definitely going to be on one hell of a rant today. But something new that I might be adding into the show is rumors and facts. A lot of things that I've learned, and some rumors that are going around about comic book stuff, and get into that. I still have a few contacts here and there. I'm gonna not name names because they'll get in deep trouble if they're known. But anyway, let's get into this. Rumors and facts. Well, the rumor I heard is that, I don't know, many people don't know this, but China is a place in Asia. No. Anyway, one of the rumors, well, I said it on one of the last episode, but I forgot to talk about the fact. There's a rumor going around that The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, is going to be playing Namor because they're going to try to have a Submariner movie. But one of the facts is he's actually playing Lobo for DC. He got like I don't know what the hell it was. Apparently he just signed a contract or something like that recently. But one of the facts about Namor is originally they were going to have his own movie. But now what they're claiming the thing is that they're remaking the Fantastic Four, and he's going to play Namor in that. Like, they're going to have him and Doctor Doom. And the other thing that's a rumor, that's, who knows if it's true or not, the guy who played Magneto in X-Men First Class is supposed to play Doctor Doom in the new Fantastic Four. So it's kind of interesting. Not that I kind of do mind in a way, but sometimes I don't. It's weird that you get the same actor to play different parts. It's kind of annoying in a way. Like Chris Evans, like I recognize him as the Human Torch. Like, he was an awesome Human Torch. I didn't think he would be, but then now he's Captain America, and he actually makes a pretty good Captain America. So I'm like, yee. Same thing with like Ryan Reynolds. He was Hannibal King, then he was Deadpool, then he's Green Lantern. It's like, ugh. Which is a rumor and a fact with that one too. Is apparently Ryan Reynolds has put the Deadpool movie on hold because he had some kind of contract issue where he was supposed to play the Flash now. And he was pissed because it was interfering with Deadpool. So the problem, apparently DC turned around and canceled his contract for another Green Lantern because they're going to remake Green Lantern, which is friggin' stupid. They just make a damn sequel, but they have to do a remake because it didn't make as much money as they wanted it to. It didn't fail, but it didn't make the amount of money they were looking for. It made more than what it was put into it, but but anyway, then he was supposed to play the Flash, and then they took him out of the Flash because now Bradley Cooper from Hangover is supposed to play the Flash, and there's like a whole big conflict going on because Ryan Reynolds apparently still had a contract with Green Lantern, with DC, and now he apparently had some kind of deal with DC about the Flash, so then they kind of screwed him. But as I do love Ryan Reynolds, I think he's an awesome actor. I think he's really cool as like superheroes. But come on, he can't play everybody. It's insane. Moving on to Iron Man 3, something I found out that was quite interesting, which kind of sucks in a way, but one thing, if you look at some of the screenshots they were showing from the trailer, the Mandarin on the back of his neck actually has a Captain America shield tattoo. Nobody knows why, but apparently they're going to have something to do in there with Captain America. And as for his rings, everyone knows, if you're a comic book fan, and most people on here are, the Mandarin has different rings, kind of like the Infinity Gems, where each one does a different thing. In the movie, he has them, but they have absolutely no use. They don't do anything. They're from what I've been told, they are not mystical. They're not, they're not mechanical. They're not scientific. They don't do a damn thing. They're just kind of status. Like, each ring represents a certain status of his heritage or something like that. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So who knows? And also, according to what I was reading, um, Iron Man 3, basically, it has, I forget what it was called, but it was a story in Iron Man where Tony Stark, uh, you've seen it in the cartoon, I think they had it, as well as in the books, where Tony Stark goes under a procedure and, puts like nano stuff in there so his suit can come to him. Like he can mentally control his suit. It was in the Civil War. I remember when he got nailed or something like that. Like Captain America uh, had a code word and it formed the suit and it flew off to go get Tony because he was, I don't know what the hell the whole thing was. But apparently that's a storyline for Iron Man 3. But anyway, moving on. Another funny thing, Marvel apparently has a bet going on with DC on which movie is going to make more money, Avengers 2 or the Justice League. So that was an interesting little thing that I picked up. Another thing that's quite amazing, which I don't know how he's going to have to really work overtime, but apparently Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to be returning to Conan, and they're going to finally get the King Conan movie that everyone was supposed to get back in the 80s. But I don't know, man. I love Arnold, and it's kind of cool that he came back to acting and stuff like that. But certain roles, it's like, not that he's too old, but like his physique just isn't the way it used to be. So it's kind of like, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna do Conan with the entire movie you don't have your shirt on? So I don't know. But anyway, moving on. Got a whole thing here. Eliza Dushku apparently is going to be voicing the She-Hulk in 2013 on, I guess it's a cartoon, Hulk and the Agents of Smash. Interesting. Apparently they're making a new Hulk movie as well, but Mark Ruffalo apparently isn't going to be playing the Hulk. According to his contract, he has a contract to play the Hulk in the Avengers movies, but they never gave him a contract to play the Hulk in a individual movie. So I don't know what's going on with that. You would think they would just give him the contract to be the Hulk because he was a pretty cool Hulk, but I guess that's up in the air. The X-Men. This is kind of crazy. The new X-Men movie, the sequel to First Class, was originally going to be the Days of Futures Past, or Future Past, whatever it was called, which could be friggin' interesting, but it's quite a jump if you go from First Class to that. But apparently the director, the script was done. It was an awesome script, apparently. The director, something happened. I don't know if he didn't like something or whatever, but he dropped out of it. So now, from what the rumor is, Bryan Singer is now stepping in to revamp the script and take over as director, which could be cool. And Wolverine, the new Wolverine movie, apparently, from what I was reading, takes place after X-Men 3. So it's funny, because the first Wolverine movie was before the X-Men, and now the Wolverine 2 was after X-Men 3, because Hugh Jackman was claiming they're trying to fix the X-Men continuity with the First Class movie and the new Wolverine. It's going to supposedly fix it so it's, you kind of get a understanding and gets it in one thing, and beats me. Moving on. Apparently they're remaking The Ghost Rider. It's... The first Ghost Rider I liked, Adam Sandler. Wow, that would have been a weird Ghost Rider. But Nicolas Cage wasn't too bad. He did a lot of overacting, and then the second one you had to really be on crack to watch. You had to be drugged out to watch that one. The Ghost Rider looked cool in the new Ghost Rider movie, but it just wasn't as, I don't know, it just didn't have the, you know what I mean. If you watch it, you're like, it's like watching the original Hulk movie. You're like, anyway. But apparently it's getting remade, like everything Marvel seems to be doing. All their old stuff is getting remade. But Nicolas Cage said that they said they don't want to have him as the Ghost Rider. So, who knows? And as I said before, they're remaking Fantastic Four, and they're remaking Daredevil now. I actually liked the other Daredevil, Ben Affleck. I thought it was cool. I enjoyed it. Bullseye was kind of cool, but a little weird with that thing on his head. But let's see. Oh, and another fun rumor. Apparently, in Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier, and Thor 2, The Dark World, Black Panther and Ant-Man are supposed to be making cameos because they want to tie them into the Avengers, apparently, make their spin-off movies, and then tie them into the Avengers. And supposedly in the Ant-Man movie, you actually see, what the hell's his name? Hank Pym, actually making Ultron. So that could be pretty cool. Supposedly the rumor in Avengers 2, even though it's Thanos, supposedly they're going to have a whole thing with Ultron to tie in or something like that. But anyway, let's see. I think that was all the stuff on the room. Yeah, I guess it was. Okay, it's time to show some comics, you know. Whenever I get my my shipment, of course, I'll make another video. But what the hell? This I'm going to show these off because they don't have a box right now, and I actually ran out of boxes. Crazy. I was going through them. I was trying to fix a lot of stuff because I had so many recently that I got, and especially with the contest. As Batzaro 793, obviously, you know, she's the winner. I did ship your stuff out. I think I'm going to ship it out Tuesday. Ship them out. So, you know, let me know when you get the stuff. So at least I know you got it. And congratulations again. These, like I said, they don't have a box right now because, like I said, I was fixing stuff and I ran out of space, so I have to get another box. But I haven't shown any of these, and I hope everyone has enjoyed my episode 58 and 59 with a couple of short boxes, which I still have a lot more boxes to show you guys. But this is, like I said, this is some of the ones that aren't in a box because they don't have a box yet. Because the box that I originally had them in is so overflowing that, you know, it's just a big whole thing. But anyway, I've shown these before, but it's Wolverine Origins #1 and the variant #1, which were in the contest, but Bad Sorrow did not want the Wolverine package, so they're in my possession again. Let's see, then we got Wolverine #2, Origins #2, which is the variant. Which I actually got a lot of the variants because the comic book store I got them from, that's all they had were the variants when they came out. They didn't have the regular ones, so some of them I have regulars and some of them I have variants. All the variants one I got from one store and the regulars I got from another. Wolverine Origins #3. Now this one's an interesting one. This is #4 with Captain America, which is one cover. But then I have another #4, which I don't think is a variant. I just think it's a cover A and B, because it doesn't say variant anywhere on there. So two different Wolverine #4s. Wolverine #5, which is the regular. Wolverine variant #6. Wolverine Origins variant #7. Wolverine Origins #8. Apparently I do not have #9, which I thought I did. But Wolverine Origins #10. That's just a cool looking cover. It's apparently, I don't know how to say his name. I don't know if it's Dakin or Dakan or Dakin or whatever the hell, but Wolverine's son, you know who he is. Wolverine Origins #11. Here's quite a skip, but #16, which is a very interesting cover. Another interesting cover, #17. And another big jump, but I actually have this one signed. I've shown it off before, but Wolverine Origins #26, which is signed by Steven Segovia. As you can see, I've got it signed up there. And here's another one that I got signed by him, #27. He signed it on the claws. Right down there. Wolverine Origins #28, which I was trying to get signed by Mike Diodato, I think is his name, Diodato Jr., but when I went to the convention that he was supposed to be at, he never showed, so what can you do? Wolverine Origins #31, which I got signed by Yannick Paquette. That's signed right, can't see too well with the lighting, but it's a big enough signature. Let's see, Wolverine Origins #33. Wolverine Origins #34, which is a pretty interesting cover. The X-Men. This one was a crazy ass cover. #36. It's his son going through the Weapon X process. That's gotta hurt like a bitch. I would know though. Well, maybe I could survive it. Wolverine Origins number 38. Number 39. It's over. It's full all over the place, but number 46, which I actually like this cover. I thought it was really, really cool. And Wolverine Origins Series Finale number 50. It's the last one they had. So I have quite a large amount of gaps in my Origins, but I'll get there. Let's see. And this one, I can't remember what this one's... Well, this was Wolverine Civil War number 45. Which I guess I'm going to put that in my Civil War section. And this one, I think it's just regular Wolverine. Which is out of place if it is. But Wolverine number 48, which is a pretty interesting cover. Let's see, and this is the second printing variant of Dark Wolverine, which basically, obviously, let's see if I got it in here. Ah, yes, well, it was a spin-off from the Origin series, but this is the variant, one of that, where Dakin or Dakin, whatever his name is, Dakin, let's call him Dakin, takes over Wolverine's costume, basically, and becomes an Avenger. And this is number 78, which I actually got signed by Steven Segovia as well. Can't really see it too well, but signed it up here. Kind of see it. Very dark cover. This is number 80, which I got signed. Some really messed up cover, but signed right there. Number 85 of Dark Wolverine. This one is signed as well. Actually got it signed in red right across there. You really can't see it too well. This is dark. And then this one, I'm going to have to get its own little box too, I guess. Dakin, whatever you want to call him, Dark Wolverine number 7. So it's his own series that spun off with his own costume. That's pretty much it for those. Normally I would make it as an episode, but the episodes, I usually just keep the stuff that I have in the boxes. But, yeah, fun times. Very long episode, and like I said, when I eventually hopefully get my Midtown comic shipment, I will make a video about that stuff, because there's a lot of stuff in there that I ordered. And it's funny, because, like I said, I'm still trying to clear this up, because Midtown Comics apparently is having a fit with me, like I was discussing earlier, because I tried to order the stuff for next week's, and, you know, they're having a fit. They're like, you know, they're still claiming they don't want me to order stuff from them, which, you know, they apparently don't want my money. But the comic book stores that I also go to, Collector's Kingdom, Mock Time, and Bailey's, they don't have. Well, Mock Time has a website, but not really for comics all that much. And it's kind of stupid to have it shipped when I'm like right there. I'm a block away, you know, give or take. And Bailey's doesn't have a website, so they don't order anything on there. And Collector's Kingdom doesn't have any websites, so I'm kind of screwed. And my fiance, God love her, because she's been, like I said, the two of us lately in the past week we've been through hell. And but we're kind of, you got to stick together. When bad things happen, you got somebody with you. You got to stick together and kind of play off each other and keep each other sane. But you know, like I said, with me lately, a lot of things have been happening. But with her, she's been fueling my comic addiction using her credit card, because lately my bank was supposed to clear up, never did. So now I have to go to them tomorrow. I don't even know if they're gonna be around, but normally they close early, so I gotta get up at the butt crack of dawn and run to the bank and see what the hell they're doing with my bank account, because they never cleared any of my money, and you know, it's insane. But anyway. Who knows? Who knows? I lost my whole train of thought there. But anyway, oh yes, now I remember. As for next week's comics, I'm gonna have to try to go to the stores and pick them up, because Midtown, like I said, is having a fit. But unfortunately, it's gonna be rough, because I have to use my fiance's credit card, and I have to wait for her to get out of work. So she doesn't get out of work until around 4:30, And by the time I get to the comic store then, or even if she goes herself, all the comics are usually gone. So I'll have to figure out how that's going to work. But anyway, thanks for watching this long video, and let me vent a little bit. I do feel a little better. Showing you off some comics. And hopefully I'll catch everyone on their update or another episode. I'm actually working on episode 60, but I had a little bit of a problem with my camera. So it's kind of all... it's like one section's filmed, and then there's like a big gap, and then another section, and I have to kind of put it together and fix it, but who knows. So I hope everyone looks forward to that one, and I'll see everyone on the next episode or update. And again, thanks to all my new subscribers. If you like what you see, hit the little like button. If you really like what you see, hit the subscribe button. And I'll catch everyone later.